Hey guys, it's Lisa here. Just wanted to thank you for setting up a ListingBook account with me, and I created this tutorial video to take you through some of the features of the ListingBook system and hopefully get you started in using it to assess properties and figure out the ARVs with the capabilities that this has. ListingBook works very much like an MLS and gives you access to every property on the MLS that I can see as well. So it's a really cool system to use. You'll get an email from me which looks like this, and you just want to click on the confirm link here. It'll take you through a couple of steps, and then your ListingBook account will look like this. Over here you've got links to some of the features, which we'll kind of gloss over a few of these. The most important ones to make note of are the morning reports, which will show you updated listings based on your search criteria, and those will come to your email inbox every morning. Property watches, which you can set on certain properties to monitor whether there are any price changes or any changes in status. And then view and edit your criteria, which you'll use to change your search criteria if you want to look into some other areas. And that's one of the best features about ListingBook, is that you can change that. You don't need an agent to do that for you. And then you can keep a profile and contacts. It's got a lot of other cool features. You can email your partners properties through the system, and so it's very useful tool. Here there's some online tutorials, getting started guides, some subjects over here that you can choose from to look into, like changing your criteria. Gives you the step-by-step information on how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that here, so these are great to review if you need to. And then the main feature of the system is called Home Finder. So if we click on Home Finder, every morning you're going to receive a list of properties that the system pulls based on the criteria that I initially set for you, but you can change to whatever you like. And over on the left here are some icons which tell you what these properties status are, and then any new properties are going to be here in the peach color, and then any old properties on your report are going to show in blue. You can also create a favorites list and select properties that you want to add to it. By clicking on the boxes here, you're selecting these 3 properties. Add to your favorites, and then you can access your favorites from this tab up here. And as you can see, it's selected a few properties into your favorites list, so you can keep a really close eye on those. So we go back to the Home Finder. You can also mark some of these properties rejected if you don't like them and you want to rule them out. It'll put a little thumbs down icon over on the ones that you select. And you can also select properties to view in a grouping all by themselves. So if you want to select a few properties to look at in a separate grouping, you can just click the boxes and then hit this link. So you're going to get several properties on your list, and then what I usually do is make sure that my search criteria is how I want it. And the way to do that is to go to your Home Finder criteria here at the top. You click on that, and it's going to show you your current search criteria. And right now it's set for single-family homes between $75,000 and $500,000 in Corona, Anaheim Hills. We're looking at short sales REOs with all of the standard search criteria. 3-bedroom or more, 2 baths, 1,000 or more square feet, and so on. It also gives you some additional criteria you can set, and we'll talk about that on the next page. So if we want to edit our criteria, we click on Edit Criteria. And here's the page where you can select all of your different selections. As you can see, single family homes 75 to 500, and then you can search by county, cities, school districts. Here you're selecting your cities based on whichever county you choose, and it'll add all of your selections into this box here. So if we want to add a specific city, say in Los Angeles County, we're going to add Agora Hills. We just click on Agora Hills, click on Add, and you've got it in your search box. You can remove them in the same way, and you've got up to 25 slots available as far as which areas you want to search. Here's all of the checkboxes for your additional criteria. Our must-have criteria: 3 bedrooms or more, 1.5 baths or more, 1,000 square feet or more. You can also select parameters on age. I've selected I don't want to see properties that are less than 5 years old, just because the newer the property, probably the less distress it's going to be in. And also can select parameters as far as lot size. I've ruled out properties that are more than 2 acres in lot size. Here are my like to have, must have, and don't want features. So I've selected I would like to have short sales, I must have REOs, and I don't want senior communities. Often senior communities, you must be 55 or older to purchase those properties, so in my case that's not going to help me. Want to make sure to save your changes. You can do that down at the bottom or back up here at the top. And then you're ready to search. Go back to the results page. And so when I get my list every morning, I'm going to scroll down and take a look at some properties that look pretty interesting to me. I've already selected one that stood out from the rest because of the price. It's considerably lower than the others here in the same area, so I selected this property ahead of time and did a little research on it. It turned out to be a decent property to look at. Here it is in Corona, 19340 Diplomat Avenue. This is the property profile page. So it shows you all of the property information here in this box, the price, square footage, right here, bedrooms and baths, lot size, age, and gives you a description of, here's days on market. Also here's the listing agent's description. If you want to mail this property to your partner, you can do that here. I don't pick up messages within the ListingBook system only because I have so many people set up on this, and so it's hard to check this. If you have messages for me regarding properties, please just send them to my email address. Let's see. So this is basically the information all about this particular property. Here's additional photos. Not too many photos there. So from this point, what I usually do is go out to the internet and look at some of my favorite websites that I use to determine value on properties, and see if they see what numbers they have, and then come back and compare to ListingBook. So I've selected a few other websites to show you. The first one here is called Real Estate ABC. And what I like about this is that it has this really cool little mapping feature that's easy to use. And they're giving us a value of $215,000. And then also showing us where the most recent sales were based on the location to our property. Down here at the bottom it lists them in order, so we've got, let's take note of these, basically L through Q. And if we go down and look at L through Q, we've got sale prices of between $175 to $280. So that makes sense. That's where the 215 is coming from. I'm going to look for what our closest comp would be. We've got a property here that sold in June for $185, a little bit larger than our subject property. And I would say that's the closest one. So if we look at another website, which is another one I like, is called RealQuest Express. It's giving us a value of 205. And it's interesting, I'm seeing that the square footage here is a little bit larger than what was actually posted on the listing book. So there might be an addition to this property. Here's some additional pictures, which are handy. Neighborhood looks pretty good. And it just gives you a basic estimate on value. You can also look at a site called ePraisal. It's taking that same 215 and it's giving its own value at 243. So we're so far around 215 is the average. And I usually just look the property up on Trulia and see what that has. It's also taking that larger square footage. Same pictures. But it has recent sales here in a mapping format. And it's showing 181 as the highest. And it's giving an average sale price of 163, so that's low. The other thing I like to do is just Google the property so I can take a look at the neighborhood and the area and see what the property looks like from above. Looks like there is an addition on this property right here. So that confirms that for us. Okay, we've only got about another minute to show you before my video ends automatically. So we'll go back to Home Finder. We want to click on the property we're interested in. And area sales. Here it's going to give you the most recent sales. This goes back 6 months. And it initially searches by address. So we're looking to see if there's anything else on Diplomat, and there's not. We go to age, and it'll sort our properties in age. Our property is 47 years old, so we're looking between 37 or 35 and 50, let's say. And we've got values of 209, 230, 179, 260, 219. I usually throw out the low ones. Those are generally properties that are also distressed. As you can see here, this one is listed as a fixer. And the high ones, which I just throw that out for good measure. The third way to search is by square footage. And if we scroll down really quick because I'm running out of time, we're looking at 14 to 1800. We've got again 219, 230, 240, 185. So my ARV on this property is going to be about 215. If you have any questions on how to use this further, just give me a shout. I hope this video helped, and thanks again. Have a great day.